Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are once again on the test server looking at tanks. And today's tank, or the tank of the day, is the Object 430 version 2. This weird ass flat weird as shit tank. I think the turret is pointing in the wrong direction. Shouldn't it be pointing over here? Oh yeah. Anyways, I can compare this thing to all the tier 9 mediums like I've done before with the other tanks, but there really isn't a point, and I'll get to that in a second, but I think you figured out why. Let me point that out to you. So we'll just compare it to the new Japanese tier 9, the T-54, so quote-unquote the old tier 9 Russian. It's still there though, don't be afraid, it's still there. And the Object 430 version 2. Hit points 1700, 1700, 1650, pretty average. Weight 36, 35, 35, pretty similar as well. So, you know, this one still needs a loadout, so with that it's gonna be 36 and practically. So they're all about the same. Engine 604, 700, 580. It's the weakest engine. Now that's not really great, but it does have a top speed of 55, which is quite a bit higher than the Type 61. The acceleration is not too bad. It seems very linear. From start to top speed seems to be the same kind of acceleration. So it doesn't fly off the starting line, but it doesn't really slow down the acceleration either, which is, I guess, a good thing. Traverse speed 48 is fairly similar, the same on the Japanese, slightly less than the excuse me, am I saying that right? No, traverse speed 48, it's the same on all of them, yeah. Hull armor, this thing actually does have armor, frontal 120, which is on par with the T-54 and way more than Type 61, but then again, we already knew. If you haven't seen the video, go watch it, but this thing does not have armor. Turret armor 248, that's pretty damn good turret armor on this thing, and I'm gonna show you a clip where I actually use this to my benefit, and it works. Side 185, it's pretty damn good side turret armor. If you manage to, you know, let people shoot the side of your turret, then yeah, it's better than your hull. Side of the hull is only 80, so yeah. And the rear of the turret is still 63. That's not great, but I've seen a lot worse, so it's not the worst I've ever seen. Standard shell damage between 240 and 400. It's the same as the T-54 because it's the exact same gun. Although the T-54 can mount two different guns that are slightly different in stats, but not much. So we don't have to compare those two. The Japanese, however, has better damage and, worse damage. I'm saying this right? No, better damage. Better damage. I'm really getting everything confused today. Here, there we go. Standard shell damage. 290 versus 240, 400, 488. So the damage on the Type 61 is better per shot. The penetration is better. 194 versus 164. So you have better damage, better pen on the Japanese gun, but the rate of fire is 1.5 less a minute. So you do get a little bit of a drawback, but you do get more pen and more damage back for it, so that's not bad. And we've already established that this is not a bad gun. The accuracy, though, is the problem, and that's the same thing with this one. We'll take a look at the gun in a little bit more detail in a sec here. Turret traverse of 40 is the worst out of all of them, but it seemed to work pretty okay on this thing. View range 390. I'm surprised it's 390 to be honest, because this is such a low profile tank. You expect that I wouldn't be able to see jack shit from this thing. Let's take a look at the T-54. It's not much higher actually, now that I see it. Okay. Yeah, it really isn't that low. I guess it just sort of looks lower because of its profile. So I guess it's not that much lower. I guess the whole armor itself is slightly lower. Not even that all that much. So I guess the view range is normal, and signal range, who gives a crap, it's enough. Yep, one too many. Take a look at the gun. 100mm, 7.5 rate of fire, 219 average penetration. It's not great, but it's workable. 320 average damage, pretty good. 0.38 accuracy, yeah, a bit painful if you ask me. 2.9 second aiming time, that's quite long. Now I have to say, I do only have about an 80% crew on this tank. So don't expect miracles, because I'm too stingy to spend gold on the crew, because I want to spend my gold on some premiums if I have the time. So, oh well, I think it's about time we take a look at a battle. The equipment, of course, is just the standard stuff, as usual. But anyways, let's take a look at some battle. And here we are on the Live Oaks map.
Time to roll out.
And it's a very tier 10 game. There's only 3 tier 9s in the entire game, and I'm one of them. Balls. Well, let's see what we can do. Hopefully something. View range on this tank, it's not bad. It's not great either, but it's not bad. So, I'm taking up a semi-scout slash anti-scout position here. Because I really, you know, with, dang it, I'm in the wrong position to see something. Stupid pillar was annoying. So, let's see if we can sneak in a shot into this, whoa, he just bounced a shot, what the hell? How the hell did that hit us? Okay. Angled frontal armor. I guess that works pretty well then. So anyways, we are... What I think... I mean, this is my personal opinion, sort of playstyle slash... I don't know what. But what I think is that this thing is good for side scraping. With the rear-mounted gun like that, you can pull back, look over and not show a whole lot, and whatever you're showing is, you know, very angled. And you have your forward momentum to get out of danger. The quickest way to get, you know, in safety. Now here we side scrape the other way. Don't have a whole lot, and that's the accuracy of the gun for you. Aim time of, what, 2.9 seconds, I think? Accuracy of 0.38? Yeah, it's not great. Now we're just sort of poking here, trying to figure out, you know, what can we see, what can we hit. At this point, not a whole lot. And then I noticed that there's sort of tanks that are already kind of past us. Ah, crap. Oh, no. Nope. As you can see, the turret traverse on this thing, it's not bad. It's not great either, but it's not bad. So I move up here to help out our tanks on the front there. Oh, poured a shot into him. See ya. And we take him out. One shot, one kill. 5120, that needs to die. Hello. Take a shot to the face, it's free. Oh crap, I think they've seen me. And then he just pulls out again so I can shoot him again. You know what? Fine. Okay, time to get into side scraping mode again. Ah, dang it. Just as I freaking fire. Oh well. What is he behind? Can we see him? See him. Now, I tried to shoot the building there, just so I could get a clear shot at him, but what I think happened is that my shot went into the ground and didn't actually hit the building. Because at this point I'm thinking it must be a non-destructible building. Come on, come on. You know you want to poke out. Come on, come on. Who's it? Ah, all I got is this gun. Are you kidding me? Dang it. Much on them, and I shoot the building, but now the building is gone, so they're out in the open. So I'm going back into my cover mode, because, you know. Gotta love torching those things. Ow. Driver dead. Put another shot into him. Hide behind the rest of this building. And, oh crap, where the hell did you come from? And this is where... Okay, let me pause it here real quick. if you take a look here, all I'm really offering him is my turret. And I keep trying to get my turrets to be in front of his gun. That way, and just wiggle back and forth, but that way all they can shoot is my turrets, which has, you know, very good chance of not banning. Let's take a look. Bounce. Bounce on 2. Miss. And now we start working on him. I did not notice the tank on my other flank here, sadly. That one. Now I realize it, like, ah, shit. Put another shot into him. And we do damage to him because his ally rams me into him, and I do damage because of it. Thank you! Ally drowned. Awesome. Anyways, one of these two waffle trackers is one of excuse me, is one of those douchebags that shoots at teammates. I don't remember which one, but he shoots the bat chat. Luckily though, it doesn't reset the counter, even though he almost kills him. So I guess shooting at a friendly doesn't reset the cap counter. That's a good thing. I never knew that. Then again, I never shoot at allies, so you know. Fucking dick. Yeah, it's the one that stays in the back here. Look. That one over there. I don't do name and shame, but that one. And, you know, it's a Russian player. Again. But yeah, what a douchebag. Anyways, we win the game. Let's take a look at some stats. Well, this kind of really sucks. The gameplay you just watched is not the one I was going to show you. I had a different gameplay lined up. A pretty damn good game. Over 4,000 damage done in this thing. But World of Tanks decided to not save that replay. Any and all other replays saved, ones before it, the ones after it, all of them saved, except the one I wanted to show you guys. So I already recorded the after battle stats, because I record that first, then I close the game, and then I do the, you know, the replay part. Because, you know, you can't open the client twice, and really fucking annoying, otherwise you would lose the stats, and blah blah blah. So anyways, I had to play a new game and get a new game for you guys to see. Kinda sucked, because I had over 4,000 damage done. But let's take a look what we did here. 403 damage to him, spotting. 194 to him, and 91. Woohoo. Let's see, we hit his track. Engine, ammo rack, fuel tank. Yeah, we lit him on fire, so what do you expect? And his gun. Yeah, it seems to be a reoccurring theme with those E100s. Those guns are weak as hell. Team score. We got top experience in our team, by quite a bit actually. And we got second highest damage. As a medium, I mean, that's not bad. And on the other game I played, that I sadly can't show you, I had over 4,000 damage done, and that was the highest out of everyone, out of both teams. So, yeah, I'm doing pretty well on this tank actually, surprisingly, because it's just a weird thing, and I'm not used to those semi-turning turrets, so I'm doing pretty well with it. I fired 14, I hit 9, I pinned 9. For a total of 3,600 damage, I took 9 hits, 5 penned, 4 none. If you know what you're doing, you can make this thing very bouncy, as you saw. 3,900 potential damage out of the 1,700 health I have. We damaged 6, we destroyed 1, and we got 600 spotting damage. Oh, not bad. 38k profit after repairs and all that. It's quite expensive to repair this thing, and the ammo isn't cheap either, but we still walked away with 4.6k profit without premium, and 991 experience. So that's not bad at all. So far I've played a couple of games with this thing to get a feel of it, and I've had 2 games with over 900 experience already. So I seem to be doing pretty damn well with it. Obviously I got everything already researched fully, but not even 100% crew yet, let alone crew skills, so can only get better. So I'm sort of pleasantly surprised by this thing. I really didn't think I could do this well in it. And you are gonna have to play differently in this tank than you are in other tanks. It's not the same as all mediums. You can't brawl in it as you do in normal mediums, but on the other hand, you can brawl in this thing like you can't in other mediums. Sort of. So, oddly enough, this thing seems to work for me. I expected nothing from it. I expected it to be utter garbage, and yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. But depression is gonna be a problem. You don't have good depression. You have a couple of degrees. You have like this much. If you look at the end of the barrel, it's like just barely over your hole here. It's like the best you can do. So this much depression is not great, but it's workable. It's not great, but workable. This thing reminds me a lot of the SU-100M1 depression wise and gun-mounted wise and all that. Plays a lot. Well, it doesn't play like it, obviously, because this one actually has a turret. But anyways, I'm rambling on here. So yeah, surprisingly good tank. Didn't expect that at all. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.